Bam Bam Post, May 13th, 2018. Hi y'all, BamBamPost.com, and Keep It Simple Survival. Always be creating destiny. I'm out here on this mountain that I climbed up here. You guys can see the beautiful view, and that's a real sky, and those are real mountains. This ain't Hollywood, or it could be. It really could be shot here, I guess. Anyway, Bam Bam Post is for straight up positive posting, and it might be a little windy for all of it because it's pretty windy up here. And it's straight up positive posting for you to post your positive stuff in your life, whether it be music, whether it be a movie, a quote, an event, or just a post that you want to say something nice, I guess. And you send it to me, and it'll be reviewed. And you as well can vote on it, and other members can vote on it throughout the world and rate it, and as well have their thoughts on it. And then you as well can vote on anything you see on the site. It is a members only site. Your screen name is what we go off of, and it'll be to where you enter that screen name, and eventually it'll probably be your email that gets in there. However, it's not going to be one that your private information is involved, like your name, your phone number, your address, if you're male or female, I guess you'd say. Those things to me don't really matter. What matters is if you really like the post, the music, the movie, the event, or the artist or the actor. And you can rate those by putting on there, you push the BAM tab, and it says that you love it, and then you can post your thoughts right underneath it as well. The site is still getting created, and the site is still where there's pages getting done as daily. Again, it's for straight up positive posting for children, adults, seniors, and anyone in the world, and it's non-religion, no religion allowed, no names allowed, no derogatory or negative items, and it is strictly based on keeping it positive in the world for our children that'll be grown up in the world, on repetition of conditioning them to have a positive influence in this world as we hand it over to them slowly. And so a little bit about myself. My name's Dave Bissell. I'm 42 years old, single father of 2 children, born in Diego, raised in Seattle, and I created the site for the whole world, 7.4 billion people, and all 218 countries, and all the languages will be added as we grow as well, and they'll be placed in there on the same page as they post and as they come in. The post you send, or the music, or the event, or the posting, if you will be reviewed, and when it's reviewed, you got to remember that there's no names, emails, or phone numbers, real names. So if you're putting your screen name in and your name's like John, if your name was John Hancock, you don't want to put JH and a number, because if it relates back to you in any way, well, then that would break our privacy standard of what we want to keep it, and what we will keep it at. So when we verify something, whether it be verify that your name isn't exactly on the screen name, that is for your protection. That's for the protection of all the people that are involved, and from there. And so it will be reviewed, and same with your post. If anything on your post is religious in any way, whether you're Catholic, Christian, Mormon, or any other religion out there, and you post something about your religion, it won't make it to the site. Those are our posting standards and posting content rules, and part of the rules of and responsibility of posting. If you swear on there on a post, or say something derogatory or negative, those won't make it to the site as well. Or any numbers or any other languages that are derogatory or negative, or you say something that is derogatory or negative in a different language, it won't make it to the main page. Not everything you post in the beginning probably will be accepted, because it is scrutinized so much that unless you say something very positive, that you're a beautiful person, that you're well loved, and that you should be off the couch and above ground. So you should be extremely happy. And the rules are pretty simple. There's about 9 of them, and the 10th one would be to follow all the front 9. You can go to the posting rule page and the posting content page, and then the same with uploads for music and movies and pictures and photos or posts. Those are they're on there as well, and they're for you to learn that you can't just post everything you want, and we have to scrutinize it so much so it doesn't affect any other members. And the way that is if if something shows content of a religion that is benefited, then it will be scrutinized to where it won't make it to the page. And I'm not saying that it's something that's standard, but we don't judge anything on there that has to be based on a woman, a man, a child. If you're sick in the hospital, if you're blind or deaf, or you're artistic in some way, none of that matters. And it doesn't matter what color you are, where you're from, what religion you are. But we're not going to post one religion and then that would be the benefit or a belief of everybody, and then everybody would be judged. I believe that once you claim a religion, then everybody wants to judge you. And personally, growing up Christian, baptized twice, I personally don't I withhold judgment when it comes down to that. I believe in my Maker. I believe in the sun, the stars, the moon, and I do that every day as a form of power for me, or I take that hour of power for me. And I do these videos for you guys for a better understanding of what what the straight up posting site is all about. On a positive moment, whether you're above ground and you got a heartbeat and a breath, you should be very happy and thankful and grateful that you're not below ground and upset and mad and you got all those materialistic things. Today's world is moving so fast. The thing that we don't take enough of is time for ourselves. Time for ourselves to understand what life's about. And it's not about the materialistic things that you can go buy a real expensive item and it could be the dumbest one you buy or have, and you don't need all that glamour just to feel important. However, when it comes down to Bam Bam Post, you're welcome to post what it is you want the world to hear, whether it be something that you feel is enlightening, or something that moved you, or it gave you momentum to get up off the couch, put the clicker down, take the VCR tape out, and not be so stuck down there, rather than get out and go experience life like this out here. When you do, the sun comes out for you, and you end up in places like this where that's an actual mountain. That's not just a screen in Hollywood. That's not it. That's a blue sky that was blessed for us to come out and see today, and I'm giving that to you, which if you will allow me to. And so some of the smallest moments in life are the best moments that you get and are the greatest. And the meaning behind this one is I took a friend up here today, and he hasn't been on top of a mountain in a long time, so he just climbed that mountain because he's happy that he's alive and he wants to see the world. And so this is the first form of Arizona he gets to see. And he's watching this video right now in disbelief, but we'll see it on the internet shortly later. Anyway, like I was saying earlier, I want you to feel great about what you're doing and posting, and I want you to feel great about your life, and I want you to know that you're worth it. I want you to know that I believe in you, and I want you to know that I appreciate any insight or any influence that you can give me on posting something positive. And anything you see that I don't see would be greatly appreciated as well. And you're more than welcome to post something on there about your kids, if you will, as long as you don't use their names and your last name or anything like that. Even a video, something like this, where you could make a video, but as long as you don't say names and emails and phone numbers. Again, I'll say mine because I'm the creator, founder, and currently the owner of it. And I created it myself a year ago, and just wanted something changed in the world. I had a burning desire for it, and someone gave me some insight on that one day when I was at a point in my life where I needed it. And it was to where I saw some things that I didn't like, and I used that to create this. And now I want to give it to the world and give it to each individual, the 7.4 billion of us, to communicate together. All the blind children, all the people that are deaf, they got devices for that, for them to post. All your friends are, the people that are posting positive on the site, and you can turn around and see someone in India, or see someone in China, see someone in Australia, and you can see what they're posting, and you can see what they're doing over there to enlighten their life, or be positive, if you will. And when we get to those countries, it'll be, once they accept our terms and conditions of the provisions of staying positive and private is a must for everything that's being created on it. And cartoons for kids, cartoon movies, Disney movies, those kind of things matter. Keeping kids as kids, or children as children. I know from being a father, I wish, the time flew so fast. I tried to slow that down day after day after day. And believe me, one moment they're in your hands as a baby, and you're giving them a bottle, and the next moment they're off driving a car and wanting to go to college and all that stuff. And it's just life. It's so fast. And so these videos are made for you to understand that taking the time to slow down and appreciate your life is worth it. And I want you to understand that that's part of being a great person. You're worth taking the time for, and making sure that you get this right in your life, and that if you need the help or the positive influence, you're more than welcome to keep coming back here and see the videos that I create for you. And again, this is just to enlighten you in some way, to tell you you're worth it, and that whoever told you you can't make it, or failure is an option, they're not telling you the whole story. These are preconceived notions in our head that we get from the outside world, the negativity of thinking that we can't do this or we can't do that. And don't work for me, and either does failure. Those things never worked for me, and I've never got anywhere with those. And so when it comes down to your life and you having a heartbeat and a breath, you deserve the very best in your life, and you're worth it. And so I want you to understand that I'm saying these things to you to get you motivated, and to get movement moving for you, so that way you can be like the wind and the sky here, where it's always constantly changing, and knowing that you have the ability inside your heart, to give back and contribute to the greater good in life. And so this is me protecting this website for the sole purpose of knowing that it's going to stay positive at all times, whether it be your movie, whether it be your event, or whether it be a photo that you upload, or even some music that you want to hear. Not all of it gets played, because some of it says some of the stuff, the words that people use inside those, from hate. I don't like that word. Or there's as well as some other stuff on there that might be to where someone would feel that it's derogatory. And we're still working through all that stuff. And so know that at the end of the day, it will be that way as we grow, and as it grows bigger and bigger and bigger. And so for me, this is where true tranquility, serenity, and prosperity, and a lot of people wonder what that feels like. Well, I can tell you that out here you'll discover not only yourself, but what the true life meaning is all about. You can't buy anything like this. You can't turn around and find this in your backyard, if you will. If you had a house right here, maybe you do, or some people do, but for the world to do that, for you to deserve that, you have to give yourself that time. You have to give yourself those moments that go by so fast, and create a meaning with it. Without a meaning, there's failure. That's death. That means you haven't done what you should be doing in life, and what you should be going after, because there's so much life out there that you haven't seen. And part of it is this desert, the great state of Arizona, and well protected by our U.S. Marines and Army. Thank God we got those guys, right? And the benefit about this is that you get to come out here and hear me do it say it for you guys, because I'm one of those persons that love to have insight on positive influences, whether it be me saying this to you, or me coming out here and doing this for you. I want you to have that, so that way you can see that you can do it as well. And those events that you create could be just as similar as this, no matter what it is that you're doing, and no matter what it is you're saying, as long as it's positive, as long as it's got some influence or some positive stuff for anybody that wants to see it. And so, BamBamPost.com, straight up positive posting for the whole world, in all 218 countries we're going to go after, if we can get to all of them with the internet and all that great stuff. And At the same time, the provisions that would come back would be to where they accept our terms and conditions of freedom of speech, of all humans should have the freedom of speech, and women and men are created equal, and all children, regardless of race or religion. And some of those terms and conditions are a little tough for some countries, and we'll work through that stuff. But for right now, this is where we're at with it, and I want you to know that that's what my plan is and what my goals are for the website. And I want to see that done for our children and for our seniors and for not only just the average person, but sometimes you got a day that you can't get up. Sometimes you got a day that you feel like you're not worth that much. And I want you to understand that I'm human just like you guys, and that you could feel that same way every day if you feel like it. Emotions are everything about time. How much time do you give yourself for those emotions? And understanding those emotions, and this brings you to a better understanding, and I want you to have a better understanding about them. And so know that the world wants you to contribute, and the world wants you to open up and be accepted because you are, and do those things that you've never done before. Call your mother and tell her you love her. Call your father and tell her you love him. Call your brother and tell him you love him. Call your sisters and tell them you love them. Call your daughter and your son and your nieces and nephews. Everyone you can, so that way you could turn around and know that they love you, and you never know when they'll be gone. Minutes go by so fast, and you drive down the road one day, and the next thing you know, you hear something happen to a friend or a family member, and you didn't get the chance to say it. And those things, those moments matter. The minutes in your life need to matter, and I want them to matter. I want you to understand that. So get out there, post something positive, send me something positive, and if I review it, and if it gets reviewed the right way, then it'll be on the website. And if you're doing something that's not for the greater good, you might want to just stop. Or if you're in a relationship with someone that you're not really that great with, or that you're not you shouldn't be in, of something of the kind, then tell that person that, and then that way you can be truthful about it and honest and loyal to someone that eventually you will fall in love with, I guess, or someone that would fall in love with you, because those matter. Those things matter a lot. I mean, you don't want to waste your time in something that you don't want to be in, and you also don't want to waste her time or their time, if you will, on something that isn't going nowhere. And so your life matters, your love matters, your love for human race matters, and I want you to know that you're beautiful, and I want you to know that I think you're a great person. And if you want to ever meet, you can obviously get online and send me something nice, and we'll see if we get to have tea or coffee one day. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's to where I want you to get up, do something different today. Do something, smile at somebody you've never even met, shake their hand. Just do something weird, if that's what you call weird. Do something enlightening, Take your friend up to a top mountain where he didn't even think he was going to climb. So do something weird, like that. Contribute. So get your cardio in somewhere, whatever it is, a different way. Anyway, Dave Bissell, BamBamPost.com, out in the Tonto Desert National Forest in the great state of Arizona. And again, I want you to know that you're loved, you're welcome, and stay positive. Make every moment have a meaning, and know that you're worth it. Know that I care, the world cares, and don't forget to take the time for yourself every day to appreciate your life and know that you're above ground. Right now, I'm way above ground, way above it. So I'm going to tell you that I'm happy, extremely, fabulously happy. And I don't want you to think that you're not just because you're in a place where you might not want to be. Start with that first step and start with that first moment of movement. And your emotions, like I was saying earlier, it's about time. Take the time to understand them. And then say sorry and forgive those people that might have gave you bad will or ill. And don't forget to say forgiveness to each one of them, and go from there. And sometimes it's our perception could be off, or sometimes it could be something that we thought was it, but they could have been in a bad moment or something like that, or could have got bit by a dog or something, and you called them right at the wrong moment. It's not always what we think, but all people have a heart, and all people love. It's just hard for them to get it out, and I want you to allow yours out, if you will, or yours will be allowed and welcome to the site. So love you all. I hope you all have a great, fabulous day, and that you live and stay positive and live with passion. A whole lot of it. David out.